Growing up, I heard that there was testimony of Jesus as a historical figure and what he did outside of the Bible. And one of the first ones was Josephus. And I was like, awesome, Josephus, the historian, the Jewish historian working for the Romans, recorded about Jesus. So cool that that's recorded and stuff. And then I found out that this was likely tampered by Christians. And I was like, oh, okay, so Josephus, historian, but maybe later tampered by Christians, so maybe not a great thing to cite as a reason to believe that Jesus was a historical figure outside of the Bible. Not that the Bible is not a historical document, and therefore you could use it, but, okay, we don't have Josephus. But then, just like yesterday, I watched a video by Trent Horn, linked below, that talked about this new book that's available for free, linked below, where this scholar was talking about how if we read Josephus differently than maybe how we have in the past, it actually makes perfect sense that he's actually totally reporting on Jesus, but just maybe not the way that we expected him to, because our translation makes us think that he thought higher of it than he did. So over to the side here, we have a translation of what the text might be rendered as, and he goes into all the Greek and stuff, which I don't speak, so I cannot validate any of this. I don't know. I have no language, okay, for this stuff. But this seems reasonable, that what Josephus is doing is talking about what people believed, what people said, and that was therefore something that was real, that was going around during his time and before in the ancient Near Eastern world in the first century, stuff. Okay, so here we have things that are going on. Josephus is reporting on it and doing so. And apparently there's a whole lot more to this as well, that there's no other places where Christians modified Josephus. You don't have Josephus being edited in such a way that matches Christian doctrine exactly. And so this would be weird for Christians to put it in this way. It wouldn't happen. Okay. So over here we have the text. You can go read that if you would like. But ultimately, what I think is so interesting, and I'm just going to go through this from the text itself. I've edited this slightly. So I'm breaking up some stuff from the conclusion. You can go read the full text in the book that you can go download for free. Okay. But it is therefore thoroughly remarkable that what Josephus says about Jesus follows the outlines of what the New Testament documents declare. Instead of classifying the miraculous reports of Jesus as the outgrowth of later myths and legends, he rather presents them as being contemporaneous with Jesus and the apostles. All this suggests that there was no long postmortem period where Jesus went from humble teacher to resurrected wonderworker. Rather, such fundamental beliefs about Jesus were present from the beginning of the Christian movement and were disseminated by Jesus' own disciples and even, it seems, his enemies. And this is great because it undercuts a lot of presentations that I have watched on YouTube talking about how, you can see this clear development over time. This was just all mythos that was created around the person of Jesus. He's just a normal dude, and then they added it later. Just some people got together and they decided to come up with all of this. But no, if Josephus is reporting on this widespread belief in 93, then this means that this has been around for a lot longer than that, because we don't have the internet back then. So information travels a lot slower, all that kind of stuff. So therefore, this is strong, compelling evidence that Christians have been teaching about Jesus in the way that we have it today for as long as we've been teaching about Jesus. I just think this is super cool. If you want to go check out Trent Horn's video, there's even more. It's really good. You should go do so. And if you want to pick up a copy of this book, go download the PDF and look through it. If there's anything that you find really interesting, please leave a comment below. I haven't read it yet. I just went to the conclusion, looked at this based off what he had, grabbed a couple of things. I just wanted to get this out there because it's available for free right now, and it is a really exciting thing. As one of the comments said, I should have grabbed this from the back of the book, it's something like, this book is so much more meaningful than all of the headlines about Gnostic gospels and stuff that tend to make their rounds. This one is much more important to what's going on with the Christian faith from the ancient times to now, or at least the first century, right? So I hope this was helpful. Go check it out and let me know if you've heard about Josephus and whether he was edited and what your thoughts are on all this. I think this is super fascinating, and I'm really excited that scholarship continues to move forward. And what I love about this is that it is great for us to continue to learn, where I learned something, and I learned that it might be wrong, so I'm like, okay, I'm adjusting my things, and now I'm learning that that might be wrong, so I was originally right, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's what I got for you. Hopefully you find it interesting. This is the Blogogy. Let's learn more together.